back to our English class, and I hope that you are all doing very good. Children, we have already completed part 1 of the chapter The Sound of Music, which taught us to be determined and focused. And today we'll be doing part 2 of the same chapter and will peep into the life of Ustad Bismillah Khan, a very famous Shehnai player of India. So, dear students, make yourself ready with your things. Okay. Children, now see the picture given here. It is of Bismillah Khan, who was a very renowned Shehnai player of India. And now see the picture of Pungi. And also see the improvised version of the Pungi, that is Shehnai. So we'll now talk about the Pungi, the Shehnai, and of course about Bismillah Khan. I'm starting the chapter now. Let us see the difficult words first of all. Generic name, a name given to a class or group as a whole. The next is auspicious, which means promising to good fortune. Indispensable, a very important part of something. Next it is captivated, which means held attention of. Improvised means to do a thing in a new and different way. Then comes recital, and its meaning is musical performance. Then maestro means master of an art. The next is coveted. Its meaning is much in demand. Then the last is souvenirs, means things given in memory of a place, person or event. Children, I have given the headings to the paragraphs of the chapter, and there are 11 headings. These are the questions and answers too. Hope the pre-reading of the chapter has already been done by you. So, I'll be discussing the chapter on the basis of these 11 headings. Children, this lesson is an effort to understand Indian classical musicians and instruments, especially the origin of Shehnai and Shehnai maestro Ustad Bismillah Khan. Shehnai replaced Pungi, which had an unpleasant sound. Pungi's tonal quality was improved by a Nai, barber of Shah, Emperor Aurangzeb. Hence it was named as Shehnai. And this lesson is beautifully dealing with the early life of Bismillah Khan in Dumrao, Bihar. So, let us now know how did Shehnai replace Pungi. So, when the chapter starts, we are told about a musical instrument called Pungi, and it was banned by Emperor Aurangzeb because of its shrill and unpleasant sound. So, in fact, it was regarded more a noise maker rather than a musical instrument. And it was improvised by a barber who belonged to a family of professional musicians. And how did the barber make it? This barber took a pipe which had a hollow stem. It was longer and broader than the pungi. He made 7 holes on the body of the pipe and blew air into the pipe and closed and opened different holes. He found that soft and melodious sounds were produced when he did like this. I'll now tell you the significance of the instrument Shehnai. So when the barber played this instrument in the royal court, everyone liked the sound produced by it. It was even appreciated by the emperor. So the improvised version of the pungi was played by the barber in the chamber, and when he played Shehnai in the chamber, its sound was appreciated by the emperor. And it was invented by a barber, who in Hindi is called Nai, and it was played in Shah's chamber. That is why it began to be called as Shehnai. Shehnai is a South Asian music instrument, and Shehnai became the part of the Naubat. Children, Naubat is an Urdu word and it means traditional ensemble. That means a traditional group of 9 musical instruments. And in the beginning, it was played in the temples before the images of gods and goddesses. Shehnai was considered to be a good omen and it was also played on auspicious occasions. And then it was Bismillah Khan who broke this myth and introduced the Shehnai to the world. So we will now know all about Bismillah Khan. First of all, we will talk about his childhood. Students, Bismillah Khan was born on 21st March 1916 in a well-known family of musicians and he was born at Dumrao in Bihar. As a 5-year-old child, he would play Gilli Danda near a pond. He used to visit Bihariji temple and sing Bhojpuri Chaita there. So when he was very young, when he was only 5 years old, at that time he used to play Shehnai in the Bihariji temple and he used to sing Bhojpuri Chaita there. Although Bismillah Khan was a Muslim, he would go to the temple and he would sing Chaita in Bhojpuri language. And when he would finish reciting the song, he would earn a big laddu from a local Maharaja as a prize. So his playing of Shehnai was so melodious that the local Maharaja would give him a big laddu as a prize. And when he was 6 years old, he moved to Benares, the city of Lord Shiva. His uncle Ali Bux, his maternal uncle Ali Bux, introduced him to the playing of Shehnai. He used to practice at the banks of the river Ganges, holy river. He was deeply affected by the flowing water of river Ganga. So, Bismillah Khan acquired the skill of playing the Shehnai from his ancestors. And it is recorded in this chapter that as a young child, he was extremely interested in the playing of Shehnai and he was very much attached to Banaras and especially to the river Ganges. He would visit the temple of Balaji, temple of Mangala Maiya and would remain on the bank of river Ganga where he would practice playing the Shehnai all by himself. So when he grew up, he became a well-known in the playing of Shehnai. Ustad Bismillah Khan worked hard and invented different sounds with the Shehnai. And now let's throw our glance on Bismillah Khan's achievements. He got the Best Performer Award at All India Music Conference in Allahabad in 1930. And in 1937, he bagged 3 medals at a music conference in Calcutta. So his popularity grew very fast and he bagged 3 medals at a music conference in Calcutta. He was indeed a proud Indian for he got the opportunity to play Shehnai on 15th August. And when our country got freedom on 15th August 1947, he was invited by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, to play Shehnai, to greet the people of India on the very first day of our independence from the ramparts of Delhi's fort. Bismillah Khan gave many performances in India and abroad. He had become very famous all over the world. That in Tehran, an auditorium has been named after him. And he won many international awards as well. Not only in India, he had won many international awards also. Bismillah Khan loved Banaras intensely. He loved Banaras as well as Dumrao very much. He declined an offer from one of his students to settle in the United States. But his love for his birthplace and for his country was so much that he refused an offer from one of his students to settle in the United States. He was a true Indian. Ustad Bismillah Khan was a perfect example of the rich cultural heritage of India. His work was beyond the religion barriers. Although he was a strict Muslim, he followed the Muslim laws, but every morning he would play the Shehnai at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. which is a Hindu temple. This shows that he did not have the barriers of religion in his mind. He was a true Indian. He considered music to be India's richest cultural heritage. And for him, music was God and music was his soul. He ventured in films too, and he gave music in movies as well. And the name of the movie was Goonj Uthi Shehnai, the very famous movie. But Ustad Bismillah Khan was a very humble person. He was very down to earth, so he didn't like the artificial world of cinema, and hence he left giving music in the movies. So for him, music was God and music was his soul. India lost this legendary musician, Ustad Bismillah Khan, the Shehnai maestro, on 21st August 2006. Ustad Bismillah Khan had been ill for a long time and he died on 21st August 2006 at the age of 90. The entire country mourned the death of the legendary musician. There was a holiday also for one day and he was given a state funeral. So students, the life sketch of Bismillah Khan teaches the important lesson that Indian music is very rich and invigorating. Great musicians like Bismillah Khan not only adopted and inherited traditional music but also enhanced it with their original contributions. So this is all about the chapter. I hope you all have understood it nicely. Thank you. Take care.